the road to work. I did a post a few months ago before I started doing all these daily vlogs, where, you know, I basically said, you know, watch and pray that, you know, I don't recognize this country as it was. We've moved into the twilight zone. We are in crazy town. I'm watching our government arm itself to the teeth against the population. I'm watching just this amazing transition from liberty to tyranny, and it's all at the sake of convenience. You know, people want their people want their culture in the plastic shrink wrap bubble. You know, I mean, I made a joke some time ago about, you know, I feel like John Travolta escaping from the plastic bubble. You know, if anybody remembers that reference. But I don't understand this place anymore. I really don't. We have fully crossed the threshold into a Twilight Zone scenario. I mean, it's just like watching one of those old Rod Serling episodes. It's, you know, they're saying the government is saying they're going to start using drones, you know, inside of United States borders. They've been doing that already, you know, but that now they're just setting a legal precedent to say, okay, we can do this. They're saying we can execute you if we want to, if we think you might be a threat to the security of the state. You know, we can shut you down if we don't like what you say. That's tyranny, man. You know, we can arrest you, we can lock you up indefinitely without charge. You know, no habeas corpus. It's out of control. And, you know, this is exactly what I'm talking about in the last post. Is, you know, there's a war going on. It's a war against you. You know, and they never openly declared it, because they know if they had, things would not be going so smoothly. So, you know, the people don't understand that this convenience that we have is weaponized. You know, weaponized convenience. Wow. You know, it's like, keep me in my complacency bias. You know, there's a term called a normalcy bias. I call it the complacency bias. You know, you know, all the murders of little children, you know, and we're sitting in our little houses eating cheeseburgers, drinking beer, watching American Idol, going, well, at least it's not my kids. Oh, it will be. It will be. You know, as Yoda said. You know, it's like, wake up. Start doing something now so that you won't have to do radical things later. You know, when the radicals get in control of the government, they start labeling everybody else a radical. Oh boy, it's sick. You know, it's just out of control. And it really is, you know, mostly, not only is it a spiritual war, it's a war on common sense. So, you know, another thing I say a lot, you know, it's like, common sense, huh? What's so common about it? Nobody seems to be using it. If it's so common, how come nobody seems to have any? a reason to be praying. There's more reason than ever to be praying. To tie this to the last post, we need to start praying. We need to start getting active. We can't just sit by and watch our lives pass before our face and be non-players, non-participators. That's what all this convenience is for, to make you non-combatants in the war for minds and souls. It is a spiritual war. It is an information war. It is a complacency issue. It's a complete joke. The only thing it takes for evil to prosper is for good people to sit back and do nothing. And here we are going in our motorized cages, toddling along. Isolated. Totally isolated. It doesn't matter that we have a brain tumor causing cellular device strapped to our heads. It doesn't matter that we've got these tablets, laptops, and all this technology. What good is it if it distracts you and isolates you from the real life that's going on around you? Why does everybody need all this electronic crap in order to somehow maintain the entertainment factor? I don't want to be entertained. I'm not interested. Not, that entertainment is keeping me from having a real life. That entertainment is keeping me from getting involved in my life and my family's life and the community's life. We have communities for a reason, and they're all being destroyed and shut down. This convenience thing is destroying families. Everything's disposable. Disposable income. Well, we don't have that. I hardly have disposable income anymore, but we can, disposable cars, disposable lighters, disposable diapers, disposable this, disposable that, disposable marriages, disposable families. It's like, okay, well, get married, have a couple kids, 7 years down the road, get divorced, move to a new town and start over. It's sick. It's pathetic. I can't think of anything more neurotic than not sticking with the wife of your youth. We've got to really think about getting ourselves together. We really got to start counteracting all of these things that have been weaponized against us to convince us that there's no wrong or right. We need to pull it together. We need to pull it together, and first in ourselves, then with our families, then with the greater community. If we can't do that, it's over. It's game over. Because I'm telling you, we're on the brink. We're on the brink of losing everything. And we won't have these little iron cages to, toddle around in. And we won't have American Idol. We'll all be stuck in a forced labor camp. We'll be stuck in a health and wellness camp where kids will be turned against us through forced compulsory service to the state. They'll be brainwashed against you. It will be exactly 1984. it will be exactly 1984 with the Brave New World overlay. We're in that transition state. I mean, we're already beyond 1984 in a lot of ways, but we will be fully interned very soon if we don't start reaching out to our neighbors and start building communities again. It may be already too late, but that does not give us an excuse to not try.